100% of the conversations that I have had where it is a cis-het man who tells me all the reasons why he doesn't like trans people and why trans people shouldn't use bathrooms, every single time that conversation comes up, I already have red flags just flagging. I am already so creeped out by that man. And when he starts telling me about how male to female transitioners should not be in women's bathrooms, all I hear is I can't be trusted in a bathroom because if I, this cis-het man with questionable morality, was allowed in a woman's bathroom, I would do terrible things to those women. There's been 0% of the time where I have been talking with somebody who I would like trust in an elevator. It's always been the guy that I've been like, and it's always that guy's wife who is also very mad about trans issues.
Just when I think you've said the stupidest thing ever, you keep talking.
Now hang on 1 second, let me get this straight. So according to that young lady we just heard from, if a cis-het man doesn't want some guy going into the ladies' room with his wife or daughter or sister or mother, then it's the cis-het man with questionable morality? Not the dude trying to get into the ladies' restroom? Well, that's the woke mind virus in action. Anyway, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So I have a very quick and crazy clown world update for you guys today, and as usual, we have very little time to waste. So, let's get into it. Now, if you place your attention on the screen for a moment now, I don't know what the hell this is. I saw this picture, and it reminded me of the last video I put out, where we saw all these people with these crazy tattoos and piercings all about their faces and bodies. And I can only imagine this person's pronouns are its.
What the hell is even that?
Let's keep this party rolling with everybody's second favorite paid establishment shill, Harry's boyfriend Chris. Now, I know some of you don't like when I play clips of these two fellas, but I think it's good to check in with the paid propagandists every now and again, because you know whatever nonsense they're pushing, the exact opposite is true. Roll it.
Please help me understand. I'm confused. Donald Trump is barred from running any business in the state of New York. He is not allowed to run a business in the state of New York for the next 3 years and was fined over $400 million for committing business fraud. He can't run a business, but you think he should have the nuclear football. The guy who committed business fraud was found liable for defamation again, liable for abuse, indicted 4 times on 91 felonies for trying to steal an election, stealing classified documents, paying off a porn star, all of that with overwhelming evidence. Don't agree? Go read the indictments. I guarantee you haven't. What is the deal here? What is so great about this guy? Why are you obsessed with him? His policy, mid. He's an asshole. He lies all the time. He abuses women. He's a bad dude. There's no benefit here. And you're obsessed with him for what? Because he released weird sneakers at SneakerCon? Have we lost our mind as a society? I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't.
What did you say? What the did you just say?
And was fined over $400 million for committing business fraud.
Meanwhile.
Excuse me, what fraud? This is not about Trump anymore. When you get a developer that builds a building and he says it's worth $400 million and he wants to borrow $200 million from a bank, which happens every day, everywhere on earth, including every American city, every developer is an entrepreneur. They shine the light on their building and they say it's worth 400. The bank does its own due diligence, as was done in this case, because they're very good at it. The banks are very good, and they say, no, it's worth 300. We're only going to loan you 150 million. That haggling has gone on for decades. That's how it works. And then in this case, even the bank that was supposedly defrauded testified and said, we didn't lose anything. We want to do business with this guy again.
The guy who committed business fraud.
You are a fucking moron.
So as you can see, people like the young lads, Harry and Chris, they don't care about the truth. They literally get paid to spew propaganda. And since they get paid by the DNC, well, they spew DNC propaganda. So there's that. Anyway, next up, so funny story. In the last video I released, One of you asked the question in the comments, when people get this big, how do they wipe their hind parts? And I responded, answer to this question will be in the next video. And here we are in the next video. So here's your answer to that question. Roll it.
Hi, Bee Juice. Welcome to my bathroom. Since you are so concerned about how I wipe my outback area, I figured we'd do a little Fatty 101. So yes, I'm in my bathroom. I'm currently sitting on the toilet. And yeah, your question is slightly valid, so I will give it some attention. But yes, a woman my size does struggle with wiping their butt. Do I walk around 24/7 with dingleberries? No, I do not. I have things in my life at my size that assist me in my daily living. One of those things is a wand. I do have a bathroom wand that helps me wipe my ass. I actually saw these for the first time when I was watching Little People Big World, like years and years ago. I didn't need one. I was not nearly 600 pounds. But when wiping started becoming more of an issue at my size as I grew close to 600 pounds, I remembered that this was used back in the day on those episodes. So this is a fanware brand. It's on Amazon. I'll put it on my Amazon storefront because you know what, like, I know this video is probably gonna get a lot of hate comments, but at the end of the day, if I can help someone who's my size or bigger, or someone any size that struggles with this hygiene task, if I can help them by showing them what I do, then that's the reason I post this video.
What the hell did you just say?
Do I walk around 24/7 with dingleberries? No, I do not.
That's fucking disgusting. Oh, I'm gonna throw up.
Now, I know, that young lady said she does not walk around all day with DBs hanging out of her tuchus. So that's good, the wand works. And I know she also said she's just trying to help out other 600-pounders keep up with their hygiene. So that's good, helping others is always a good thing. However, if you ever get to a point in your life where you need some kind of wand to clean your tailpipe, maybe, just maybe, it's time to tighten up. Start exercising, change your diet, just saying. Anyway, next up we have a real-life clown telling us her pronouns. Roll it.
My pronouns. So of course we have he, him, his, himself, and they, them, theirs, themselves. And then we also have void, voids, void self, end, ender, enders, end, ender self, death, deaths, death self, pix, pixel, pickles, pix, pixel, pixels, pixel self, vial, vials, vial self.
Say what?
Pix, pixel, pickles, pix, pixel, pixels, pixel self.
Ha! That's it! Hold it right there! Pronoun trouble.
So this next clip is, well, slightly bizarre. Now, I believe this is a biological woman who identifies as a trans man. So keep that in mind as you listen to it. The comment says, the experience of being a homosexual male is forever a closed book to you. Roll it.
Just so everyone knows, this dude is super pissed off because I'm literally a gay star and like proud of being gay and have experienced life as a gay man. Meanwhile, they get zero dick, they get zero hole. Super devastating, super sad. My thoughts go out to you. I've heard Grindr is a great option. Anyway, buy my OnlyFans and watch me be gay with other gay men. I'm filming more tonight.
Look at me, I'm a big fat slob!
All right, next up we have this lovely lady who is trying to make the argument that there are more than two genders or sexes in humans, and every time they try to make this argument, they start bringing up other species in the animal kingdom when we're talking about humans. The comment says, children were born male or female, end of story. Roll it.
No, they aren't. There are 6 clearly defined, scientifically explained, genetically testable types of sex. There's XY, XXY, XXXY. Nothing is simple. And the fact that you want to make a false equivalency straw man argument and say there's only male and female are genders. And some people don't want to fit into either one of those gender performances. But when you get down to the absolute DNA biology of humans, which somehow I suspect you might be a little over your head, dude. But yeah, there's more than two sexes in humans. In some species, there's thousands of sexes. Now, that's a whole other conversation. And some species of animals can change gender at will and produce offspring when they're male.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Hey, real quick, before we go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to let this loop on the screen. Now, look at this young lady's jersey. It says, God is trans. We've been hearing an awful lot of that lately. Anyway, today's video is being brought to us by Caroline Cottrell. Caroline, thank you so much for sponsoring today's video. I really appreciate the kind words and support. So once again, today's video sponsor is Caroline Cottrell. Now, if you'd like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you. All right, we've seen enough of this. Please get this off the screen. Ugh.
Oh my God, look at that whale.
Now, since we still are technically in Black History Month, this lovely young lady has some rules for us porcelain people to follow. Now, I think that's supposed to be an insult towards white people, although it doesn't bother me the least bit. However, I could say one word to this. You know what? Never mind. Roll it.
All right. All the porcelain people. Black History Month is happening. But that does not give you the right to, number one, dress up like one of your favorite black actors, actresses, activists. Don't do it. Okay, number two. There's no touching of the hair. There's no styling your hair in celebration of blackness. No. This is a celebration of us, our people, our culture, and not yours, okay? And rule number three. If you're curating programs, they better have some black people in it, because I'm so tired of a tribute to black history. And it's just a bunch of white folks on the program. Crazy. Insane. And then the last rule, cash up a black person.
Go f*** yourself.
All right, guys, we're going to be wrapping it up with this clip of the cackling hens from The View talking about how they don't want Joe Biden to do a presidential debate with Donald Trump for the upcoming election. This is very telling. Now, listen to what Joy Behar says she's worried about Joe Biden doing if he did debate him. Very telling. Anyway, things are clearly getting crazy out there, guys, so please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Till next time, love you guys. Peace. Roll it.
I just, I don't think I need to see someone who has been twice impeached and is a disgrace and a one-term president with 91 counts facing him. I think it legitimizes him. I don't need to be gaslit by Trump. We all know who he is. We all know what he stands for. We also know that Biden debated him twice and just like sort of mopped the floor with him. If you look at any of the studies, most Americans that watched it thought that Biden won, not only on policy, but on demeanor, especially. Does this person have the temperament to be the president? We know who Donald Trump is. I don't think you give him that type of platform.
But also, if Biden flubs, they'll be all over him. If Trump flubs,
but if he doesn't show up, they'll be all over him. But here's the thing. A lot has happened since 2020. January 6th hadn't happened. Donald Trump needs to have to stand next to Joe Biden. Joe Biden needs to call him out on the unfitness, because the reality is we all at this table.
He's going to say he had nothing to do with it.
At this table, we all know who Donald Trump is. Nearly 80 million people voted for him. They need to see the juxtaposition of the two leaders.
Excuse me. The f did you just say?
Biden flubs. They'll be all over him.
No shit, Sherlock. And you ain't black.